So sometimes you're like, Dave, how do you not see this? And 9 times out of 10, I'm like, because I'm doing a YouTube channel and I don't see things that are right in front of my face. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of Stardeus, where the reconstruction continues. The long, tedious reconstruction continues after the second meteor strike, because one was not enough for Stardeus. No. We're going to have 2 meteor strikes in a row. But the reconstruction continues. We're well on our way here. Well on our way. After the gallant and somewhat tragic sacrifice of Brian 9, somewhere around here is Andrew, who used to be Zippy Boop, and if I have my way, he'll be Zippy Boop again. And of course, we got Killer Mark II. Killer Mark II just sort of showed up in a pod and said, yeah, I'll join in. My name's Killer Mark II. Most badass name ever. I'm going to do a little bit of repairing and then I'll be right on the job. Now, what hasn't changed is most of our human colonists are dead or incapacitated, mostly dead. We'll be eating them later, once we get them sort of chopped up and processed. The bathroom is still the safest place on the ship. It's the only place that has reliable heat and oxygen, and, of course, bathrooms. You know what's doing great? The solar panels. The solar panels are just doing fantastic. This one isn't connected to something. I'm sure I can fix that. There's got to be something here that, yeah, you're not connected to anything. You come down here. Okay, yay, we've got a little bit of... Chip. You don't want to stand there, man. There's, like, no oxygen and no heat in this room. You really want to get out of here. The problem that we're having now, and we saw that the last time, is anyone who pops out of the pod basically immediately dies because there's, again, I can't say this enough times, no oxygen and no heat. In fact, the entire spaceship is largely exposed to the cold, heartless void of space. Ah, there's Andrew. Andrew, we gotta figure out how to change your name. There we go. Rename. Thank you. It's about time. You're gonna... I want a first name here. Your first name is Zippy, your last name is Boop. It's very simple. Much better. Zippy Boop, you are finally where I need you to be. Admittedly with many parts of Brian 9, best in the franchise. Brian, we will erect some sort of memorial to you. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Now, it must be said that 1 or 2 comments did come in and say, do you maybe want to back off the tasks right now, Dave? Do you think maybe you've got them trying to do too many things? Do you want to, maybe for the first time in your life, try to focus on something? And I said, no. We won't be doing that. But yes, let's make a vague attempt to do that. And we are pulling into the space station, too. I'm kind of vaguely hoping the space station might be a safe space, in that I won't get hit by a meteor in the reasonably near future. We could also stand to do some trading around here, too. I think the best thing I can do right now in terms of focusing is probably the medical bay more than anything. So let's cancel a lot of this, okay? Don't bother with any of that right now. We're going to come back to that pretty soon. But let's focus on the medical bay and getting these walls repaired. And let's start by seeing if I can get this connector connected up to literally anything else. This guy could go to here. That'll connect that to the main computer. And then everything else they can kind of pick at a little bit here, especially the oxygen and the heat. I really need them to get that going. But let's start to get, like, the door set up. The chop people up box can go over there. I'm not even sure what this is, but what is that? Oh, it's copper wire. We didn't really need to connect that. That was a light you were connecting up there, man. All right, connect up this light, and that'll probably do it for right now until they actually start to get some things set up there. Phil, what are you doing? Oh, you're incapacitated. Okay. We're working on the medical bay, man. Is there anyone actually in here right now? No task. Okay, so do you want to maybe go to the medical bay? I know there's no oxygen and no heat. I was kind of hoping there'd be some in the pod. Is there none in the pod, Phil? Phil, you can't hear me, can you, Phil? Zippy Boop coming in like a champ to do something. I'm not entirely sure what. You're going to the assembly hub. Really? Are you? For what reason? That's not the assembly hub. That's the recycler. That's a furnace. What is this? This is the disassembler. Okay, that's the opposite of that. You're going to this assembly hub. Are we repairing freeze? Do we actually have the bits for freeze? Oh, that would be fantastic. I don't remember what freeze is. I think it's actually just a cleaning bot. But hey, you know what? tidy up a little bit around here. It's going to make everyone feel good. Freeze, you're going to be like our morale officer. You're going to go around and mop up and go, isn't it a little more pleasant? And then Phil, who is incapacitated right now and can't hear you and can't talk to you, will somehow say to you, no, we're exposed to the cold, heartless void of space and meteors come every 15 minutes. And while it's great we're at the trading station, I don't think the teleporter is actually connected to anything, so that's largely useless. Can you go anywhere at all? You know what? Let's get you connected. There used to be a wall here, didn't there, Dave? Yeah, there used to be a wall here. That's why this doesn't make any sense at all. The ship used to have more walls than it does right at this exact second. How about we put in... What do you think you're connected to? Okay, you're going up there, you're going over there, you're having a good old time down here. Everything's fine with you. How about maybe we replace this with one of the larger ones that doesn't necessarily have as much range, but at least could connect all of these things. What did this used to be connected to? Here's the heart of my core problem here. What the heck did this used to be connected to? Because oh god, there's no floor over here, people. Okay, just put, like, literally any floor in here, and then I'll figure it out later. How are we doing on getting the med bay up and running, kids? Can we connect up this door? Thank you very much. Why are we not connecting this up? Okay, it is targeted for construction. And it's a task priority of 1. Are we... It seems like we're doing a lot of other things besides this. Could we maybe actually get some priority go... what is it? 5? 5 is highest. Okay. No wonder they're not doing it. It's all low priority. Now, somewhere down here... That's health. That's security controls. There's somewhere to, like, bump up the priority for a whole area. Ship controls, expeditions, copter missions. Wait, copter missions? When am I getting a copter? I want a copter. Oh, here we go. It's over here. Increase priority. I want all of this to be like... Okay, now what do I do with it? How do I make it be more? I want... Okay, I think I increased priority. I'm not 100% on that one. What's your priority right now? 2. We've already fixed it. We've already fixed it. Never mind. Start connecting up everything. Get some heat, oxygen in the med bay, and then hopefully this will not be as bad as it used to be before the second meteor crash. Thank you, Stardeus. The second meteor crash. Okay, slow it down there. I think the med bay is repaired. The med bay is fine right now. So why don't we start maybe up in the kitchen? No, that's canceling, Dave. Up in the kitchen area, let's get stuff repaired over there. So anything over there, go ahead and do it. Are you connected? You are actually connected, aren't you? Huh, who knew? That's out of range because these have tiny, tiny little ranges here. Yes, to the folks at home who have pointed out many, many, many times the radius of squares around here, which actually shows you how far the range is on these things. Yeah, I have noticed this. I can't work up a lot of energy to care about it, and then I ignore it for a while. I do that sometimes. So sometimes you're like, Dave, how do you not see this? And 9 times out of 10, I'm like, because I'm doing a YouTube channel and I don't see things that are right in front of my face, because that's kind of the nature of what you do when you do these gaming videos. And then sometimes I'm like, I did actually see that, and it's just sort of a blank spot in my brain that I don't care about, and I just keep drawing them out anyway to find out if they're in range, and then they're not, even though I could clearly see with this radius. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's really, really fun. Oh, wow, it's like my early 20s all over again. All right, let's start to put some flooring back in here, put all of that in, and let's try and get some walls going too. What are you? I want you to be replaced with just like a regular floor. I don't really need the view into space here. And then how about just some regular walls here? Go ahead and do a wall like that. Actually, yeah, you know what? That's fine. And then put a door in there too. So one door, I don't know, right there. I'm just making this up as I go along. You could get powered up over here. That will seal off that. Now, can I get this out? No, that's... Oh, it's just in range. Just in range over there. Maybe we'll power up the lights in here. Obviously, these things are not going to work right now because it's way too cold and way too horrible, and there's actually no floor here, so I'm kind of surprised our wheat crop isn't getting sucked into the cold, heartless void of space. So I'm going to disconnect this bridge control so I can bring this over to this floor control over here, the floor connector, and then I'll bring this back up to that, so that's reconnected. And then we can start to get some of these things going around here. Yeah, connect, sure, connect that. Have a good time with that. Show me, yeah, you should be able to get up here, no problem. I need a wall over there, obviously. And I probably need another floor connector over here too. Wow. Everything is just destroyed. 2 meteors. Not 1, Stardeus. 2. I don't even know who you are anymore, but we're going to eat you. I need you to understand that. I don't know if we're going to do it soon because there's no power over here. Could you get over to here? And then I can use that to connect all of these things over here, particularly doors. I think it would be a great idea if we could close the doors around here. How's the heat and oxygen doing in the med bay right now? Okay, oxygen is coming up fine. Perfect. How about temperature? Yeah, it's still pretty darn cold in here, but that will change a little bit over time. I should probably put the bigger heater in here, shouldn't I? I should probably put the bigger heater in here. Okay, let's work on that. So that's atmosphere. There we go. So the bigger heater, put that like here, and then I'm gonna disconnect, or rather turn off this one. I know. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense in my head, I assure you. Oh, Phil died. Sorry, Phil. I didn't actually notice you dying there. You were incapacitated for so long. Speak up, man. Speak up if you're gonna die. We're gonna have to eat you. I know that sounds terrible when I say it out loud, Phil, but we're definitely going to eat you. What did we do with the assembly thing? Do I have a new robot kicking around? Brian, no, show me all of my workers. Project Zippy Boop, Frankie. I don't see anyone there. Brian? Brian, you've been disassembled. I assure you. Where do you think you are, Brian? Wait, Brian 9 is still active? We took bits out of you, dude. Like many bits. They fed Zippy Boop. I'm very confused by Brian 9 right now. And what happened allegedly to Freeze? I'm very, very confused by my robotic helpers here. So Brian 9 technically still exists. I thought we just disassembled everything out of him. But yet Freeze, who I thought we were working on, has now disappeared. Maybe I did the opposite. That sounds like something I'd do. Okay, it seems like a lot of tasks are getting taken care of here, so let's start to optimistically put this place... No, that wasn't what you wanted to do, Dave. That was completely... Cancel that wall. That was a very silly idea. Let's optimistically start to put this place, I guess, back together. So we definitely want to... We want to wall off that area there. This needs a wall. That door can stay right there. Now, the bridge, such as it is, that was, I think, like that. And then there was like a wall here and then a door. Maggie, you're a cat and we're probably going to eat you. That sounds really, really horrible. And I assure you, Maggie, I would never do this in the real world. But, you know, needs must. Let's put a door there and then... Where else did I say I was going to have a door? A door over here. There we go. Put a door over here. Okay. And then I need a wall there. I need some floor down here. So just anything that doesn't have a floor, just put a floor in it. Okay. Back to walls. I am so just making this up as I go along. I want to be very, very clear about that. And you're like, Dave, this is not our first time on the channel. We're already very, very clear about that. And I can try and reconstruct maybe some of the bedrooms over here. So there's no humans left alive to my knowledge except Jesse over here. Jesse's having a little bit of a nap in the wall, which is wonderfully creative of you, Jesse. I'm going to put walls up. I'm going to try and, Jesse, I know this is... Jesse, I'm going to do my darndest to try and get you some sort of bedroom. Replace that lit floor with a regular floor. It's going to be a wall. We don't need a lit floor there. And until I can get a bigger grasp on what's going on with electricity, which I can't right now, I'm going to put up one of the sort of simple connectors over here to connect a lot of this stuff up. All my fridges got destroyed. All my benches got destroyed. My whole crafting area is completely wrecked right now. Oh, All right, okay. Walls are going up. This is encouraging. The med bay. So I need to power you into you. Okay, that'll get that heat going on. I'll leave the heater right there. I might move it somewhere else later if I find a need for it. And then, if that's up and running, anyone who pops out of the pod should be able to make a fairly quick dash into here, which will have, you know, heat and oxygen. Speaking of which, how is the... Oh, I need to power up this guy over here. You actually, hang on, don't do that. Use the floor one. The floor one is right there, man. Power that up to that, and that up to that. Okay, things are kind of coming along here. Oh, yeah, our original bathroom got destroyed. In fact, only the door is left. Just the door, that's all. And there was a door here. Now, that's a vent. Okay, I'm trying to piece together in my brain what this used to look like. Hey, you know what? Use it as an opportunity to change it for the better, Dave. I'm not going to do that. Get this heater up and running. And then let's just, for right now, this used to be all bedrooms. Everything down here was a bedroom, I think. And then sort of the recreation room, too. I should put up some recreation stuff soon. Otherwise, they're going to flip out. So, I've got a vent and a door here. What if we did a wall like this? And a wall here, and then this could be a wall. I need a door. I need a door. So put a door in there. And then this could maybe be somebody's bedroom. Now, admittedly, there is going to be a vent from their bedroom going directly into the bathroom, which will not be super pleasant for the person who owns that bedroom. But, hey, you know what, cold, heartless void of space? You're going to take what the heck you can get. Killer Mark, I see you're down here doing things. I still don't understand what's going on with the robot thing. Why is Brian still alive? He's right there. Wait, Brian 9 is now Freeze. I get it. I get it now. Okay, so Brian 9 resurrected into a Roomba. A little bit of a demotion there, really, isn't it? But hey, you know what? You're cleaning things up. Okay, that makes so much more sense. So they took Brian 9's core and popped it into Freeze. So now Freeze is technically Brian 9. Hopefully he doesn't remember when I disassembled him. Otherwise, he's going to be angry. All right, I got to get some vents going on in here, too, so these rooms can have some degree of, you know, heat and oxygen. Do I have anything at all that produces oxygen around here? And it looks like the answer is a short no. Okay, let's try, and by let's, I mean me. Let's try and make this make sense in some way. I'm just not sure how. Draw a wall there, and a wall there, and a wall there. And then that will basically, when I'm done, seal off that area, except some of those are going to need to be doors so we can get in and out. So make that a door, like that. And then this could actually be a door. And then I'm going to need some vents in here. I got to make sure everything is vented so all of this kind of works. Vent there, vent there, vent there. This is going to be a vent. That's going to be a vent. So this needs to be a vent. Put a lit floor over there. And then let's start to put together... I know it's probably a little early for furniture. But put down... Actually, I'm not even sure if I have any wood. But put down a wooden bed over there. And then maybe another one of those sort of, I don't know, here. That's 3 beds. And that's all I got right now, kids. You're going to have to build that and then figure it out. What I really should be focusing a lot more on, Dave, is the fridges. Because you don't have any place to store food right now, do you? So build a copy of that. Make 2 of them. And then that will give me somewhere I can put these things. I know it's in an unsafe temperature. We're going to work on that reasonably soon. And by reasonably soon, I mean sort of now-ish. So let's do... I think the mini one should be okay for here, he says optimistically. And then probably the larger heater could go somewhere. I know I'm not supposed to put it next to a wall, but I don't have a lot of options here. How's the heat in the med bay these days? It's getting there. It's slow going, but it's getting there. This part's okay. It's kind of working its way over there. How's everything else looking? Okay, so there's heat over there that's kind of moving around. This heat will be up and running. This heat is up and running. Never mind, that one's fine. I gotta put a floor connector. Where's show me electricity? I don't have time for this kind of nonsense. Should have put a floor socket. I wanted to cover as many things here as we can, so put a floor socket there. Did I not designate walls for here? I feel we should have walls. And there's no oxygen in the bathroom, which is probably not good. I don't know how long anyone plans to be in there, but you probably don't want to hold your breath the entire time. And then maybe another one of these over here. This guy's ready to go. So you are not connected to anything. I gotta get a chain going on here. You could connect to this. Probably really didn't need that floor connector with this guy right here. You know what? I can move it. Everything will be fine. Everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be 100% fine. So long as Stardeus isn't planning another meteor crash. So I'm going to use the floor connector to connect all, basically the little things. The vents and the doors and all of this stuff that's in the immediate range here. Again, I know I can do auto connect. I know that's a thing that exists. I actually just prefer to do it manually so I get an idea of where everything is going. And that's just the way my brain works. We're all going to have to learn to cope with that information. And then I'll stretch this one out over here to connect all of these things. Get that oxygen pump over there. Okay. Let's reinvestigate the bedroom area here. So I know this is all in an unsafe temperature and no oxygen right now, but that's gonna come up over time. I see many of my robots, including Zippy Boop here, are not doing anything, which is quite phenomenal, frankly. I thought we'd have more things to do around here. What could you connect to these days? Could you connect maybe down to this guy down here? Okay, that's gonna give me that. I'm gonna start to put in some of the lit floors around here just for something. Put one in there and then put one down in here. It's very, very dark down here. And put one over there too. Now, I got to get the fridges and all of this up and running. So you need to do like literally everything here. You got to go all the way up here and up here. Again, I know this is in an unsafe area. I get it, game. I understand it. We're all kind of working on it. See? This is already ready to go. What is this? The oak tree or the coffee tree? Oh, it's the rubber tree. This one's already heated. And that can also get me the teleporter and whatever that is. What is that? Oh, it's the karaoke machine. Oh, thank God. Karaoke is back up and running. Team, we've got karaoke again. You know, I'm never really sure if it's karaoke or karaoke or karaoke or something. I don't know. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But the teleporter is ready. The teleporter is here. Yay. Let's, if I've got idle robots, why don't we just draw more repair stuff here and just see if there's anything in here that needs to get repaired. Just repair literally everything. And if I can get this operational, which I easily can, then we can start processing our dead, which sounds mean when you say it out loud. Oh, that's the weapons locker. Yeah, we don't need power to that, Dave. It sounds mean, but we are going to eat all of our dead people and our dead cats and anyone, the dead bugs, those are dead, and we're going to eat them, and anyone else who comes along, frankly. And give me a copy of a floor connector over here, because there's going to be a lot of stuff going back into this room. In fact, could I move? I'd like to move storage over there, and then start to rebuild the crafting room, such as it is. So they'll get that in there. Then I get the lights going on in here. Is this full? No, but darn close too. Okay, I need another storage area somewhere in here. Let's move you. You're just connected to that. Well, that seems rather unnecessary. When the floor connector is up, I can just connect the floor connector to that. For right now, just move yourself down in this corner until I figure out what to do with you. And actually, hang on. Don't do that. Don't cancel that. I want to move that somewhere else, because I'm going to put another storage thing up over there. So build me a copy of this thing, more like this. Yeah, that's going to work out better. And then I want a copy of this here. Guys, we got 229 stem cells here. Can we get them in a fridge, please? No, we can't, because the fridges are completely full. Never mind, I will build you yet another fridge. Put a fridge over there. There's a lot of stem cells sitting on the floors, guys. That's not really where you want to have those things. Paxton, we are going to eat you, right? Yeah, we're going to eat Paxton. I don't know why Paxton has not been scheduled for, well, let's call it deconstruction, shall we? Deconstruction. Medbay's looking good. Medbay's looking just fine right now. That's all right. We've got heat. We've got oxygen in there. You don't have power, though, for the vent. And whatever this is over here, that's just one of the... There we go. Totally unnecessary to do that. Totally unnecessary. It's in a wall. No reason to have a light there at all. Why are you switched off? What? I thought I just connected you. Okay, you're connected now. Wait, we need to be processing the dead people. I've got room for another bedroom down here, too, so let's put a wall in there. Everything is still unsafe right now, but I feel like that's going to come up. It's just going to take a while. Yeah, it's kind of going all in here. It's not really making it over here. Hang on. Take that mini heater in the med bay. If I've got it, I may as well use it. Bring that down like here, and that'll help kind of beef up the heat in this area. All right, let's get this kicking along here. So this guy here, you connect into that. Okay. And then, you know what? This time I actually will use auto connect. So I want you to auto-connect whatever you got. Oh no, the hat is in an unsafe area. Will the nightmare never end? Connect up that fridge, and then we can hopefully store the stem cells in there. And if Brian9, nay Freeze, wanted to come over here and clean a few things, that'd be okay. What animal is... Okay, where's Misty? Misty, no, where are you? No, Misty, come here. Okay, we need to be processing you. I'm so sorry about this, Misty. I am so sorry. I would never do this in the real world, but people are freaking out when they see you, so that's no good, kid. All right, connect the heater and connect that light right there. Okay, that's all kind of vaguely looking what I... Oh, Carter. Could somebody process Carter, please? Got a corpse lying around in the flags. Carter, you were really good at mining, I think. Or you were the one who never did mining. I always confuse those two, Carter. You know, 2020 hindsight, man. And put a bed down here, too. How many colonists do I actually have? Amaya, Chip, Colton, Jesse, and Madeline. That's more than I thought, actually. All right. And anyone who's... anyone here needs to get processed. Remy, you need to get processed. I know I'm saying process like it's a nice word, but actually we're just going to chop you up and eat you. I mean, I could strip them for parts. There's some eyes and ears that I could definitely get out of here. Oh, hang on. Your head is intact. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. That's interesting that your head is intact. Because I could take that and put it into something else later. Or someone else. Don't do what I said you were going to do then. Let's not eat you. Let's remove all your bits. Yeah, you've got a human brain in there. I want to remove all your bits. I know, I've done nothing else except do reconstruction here, but I think that's kind of the priority right now. I'm not even looking at research right now. I haven't even looked at the computer room. I don't know what kind of state that's in. Is this fridge is also too full? Wow. Maybe there's an upgraded fridge later. Speaking of research, maybe there's an upgraded fridge that will hold more things. I don't know. But we've still got stem cells sitting on the floor. Brian, I'm so glad you're back. Do you remember that I ripped all your parts out and put them into Zippy Boop? You don't. Oh, good. So I don't really think I need this connector at all. I'm just going to connect... Oh, but I need to go from A to B. What could you... Although, if I disconnect you, then you won't be... Then this will have a free connection. Okay, this is fine. Deconstruct that. No, don't haul it. That was a terrible idea. Deconstruct that connector. I'll probably have to build a new one soon. How are we doing in the bridge? Okay, everything seems to be broadly fine over there. How about the bedroom area? Is that getting a little bit warmer? Yeah, it's slow going, but we're getting there. The temperature is coming up a little bit. How about oxygen? Okay, probably... I either need another mini oxygen pump or I need one of the big ones in this area. Yeah, because I got a lot of vents going on. It's trying to go everywhere. Water, we can do water. You know what? We can do water. We can go mine some ice at some point. I can definitely do water, so let's just put another oxygen pump. I know that doesn't make sense. I should do one of the bigger ones instead of two of the smaller ones, but... Welcome to my world. I'm just trying to survive right now. Connect up the new fridge over here. And anything else that needs to get connected here? How's the heat over here? Yeah, it's getting there. It's good. The plants are good. The plants are doing well, so at least we can get that going again. Oh, did I ever research that pantry thing? I don't immediately remember. No, I may have been sidetracked by the multiple meteor strikes, but no, I did. Okay, so let's get a pantry over there so we can store like our wheat and grains and stuff like that and our bread. Not that we have the capacity to make any of that right now, but someday we might. In fact, while you're saying that out loud, Dave, why don't you go ahead and put together the cooking station? Because, we could be cooking all of these people that we're chopping up. Put that over there. And then at some point, I'll put a table back in here, too. You know what? Just put it in because they get super fussy, like every single colony builder, if they eat without a table. I don't know what the colony builder genre obsession is with that, but like every single colony builder, if anyone has a snack and they're not sitting down at a table, they just freak out. I mean, who started that? Was that Rimworld that started that? The whole eating at a table thing? I'm never sure. Was it Dwarf Fortress? I don't know. I don't know if the dwarves are like, oh my god, if we don't sit at a table, we're going to have a complete freak out. I don't know who started that. I feel like it was Rimworld, but I swear every colony builder has copied that. Okay, this is up and running. So, let's get a bill going so we actually maintain food here. So do just survival meals right now. Cook survival meals. Do them in batches of 10. I don't actually want 137. That's actually a little bit excessive. How about just, like, say, 100? Not even, actually. You know what? Go down to, like, 90. Don't even bother with that. How about 85? That's a perfectly acceptable amount of food. And you know what? I want to make this a higher priority because food should be a higher priority. Let's make sure we're always making food if we need to make food. Are you serious? You've already filled up my 5th fridge. Almost. Well, that's probably a good thing. That means we've got a lot of food and water. And the new oxygen pump is ready to go. Speaking of a lot of food and water. Ah, yeah, okay, so they just loaded in a bunch of water into the fridge. I saw that was down at 85. Now it's back up to 175, so there must have been stuff sitting on the floor. And they just I'm going to need another fridge. I got a bank of fridges here. And get this connected over here. And actually, I've got no flags about anything being in an unsafe area. It looks like, yeah, the oxygen could be better, but it's coming up. And the temperature is not terrible. And people can technically survive in there. I'm not even paying attention to this area right now. Okay, we're just going to ignore that area. Although I did just see there's a bed over there. I could probably relocate that somewhere else. I love my solar panels because they took no damage in all of this. How is the computer room? Okay, the computer room seems to be functioning. I did get a comment ages ago that I need way more of those heat sinks. I don't know if I commented on the comment. I got distracted by the multiple meteor strikes that came in. But I was curious a few episodes ago, before everything was destroyed, about why the heatsink wasn't sinking heat. And people are like, nah, you need like 3 of those for it to do anything at all. I think just punching a hole in the floor has really solved my heating issue over there. This data storage over here is not connected. I'm not going to worry about anything else over there. What is not connected over here? Largely lights. Okay. I can cope with that. I mean, I could connect a couple of these while we're here. They do hate to be in the dark, but yeah, that connect those. Where am I at? Let's evaluate here. I need to put walls up over here. That's a start. Let's get some walls going up. Just for right now, just put them in that sort of general direction, and then I'll figure other stuff out later. This is in it's switched off. Excuse me, the heater is switched off because we don't really need it right now. There's no oxygen in there anyway, and a lot of these machines produce heat when we use them. What do I have here? Oh, a nuclear cell. Yay! I'm going to mark this stuff down here for hauling because it's got that unreachable location thing, which, I don't know, they seem to just get stuck sometimes. They can't figure out how to pick things up. Chip, what are you doing? You building walls? That's cool. Could you move some of this stuff? There's like gold down here, Chief. There's gold down here. I'm going to disassemble these beds because largely people are trying to sleep in them and I don't want them to. What I will do is move this bed up here, This is not going to be a fun bedroom because people are going to be going in and out of it all the time, so there's going to be a lot of disturbed sleep there. But that should cover my 5 colonists in terms of having somewhere to sleep that isn't, the cold, heartless void of space. And then this one here, I'm just going to disassemble that. Just get rid of that bed. We don't need the killer mark. Killer mark down here, moving a bed around, being a valuable contribution to the team. Where is Zippy Boop these days? There he is, right there, Zippy Boop, my man. My man, with bits of Brian, and then Brian is now Freeze, and Freeze is Brian. It's all very, very complicated around here. Let me pan out a little bit here. Yeah, panning out here, I think a lot of this is back together. I don't have everything I need, obviously. There's a ton of things missing around here. We have no crafting ability of any kind. We've got no crafting benches. I can barely make food. At this point, there's no recreation for anybody at all. Anyone who pops out of the pod is still probably going to die. But on the whole, after 2 meteor strikes and the entire ship burning, I think we've kind of put this back together in a nominal fashion where we can keep going. And nobody's more surprised than me. I was ready to wipe this game after the first meteor strike. Everything burned. I was absolutely ready to wipe this, and then the second meteor strike, I almost punched one of my monitors. But I think we can begin to continue now, and maybe make some progress in Stardeus. So that's probably an excellent place to call it on Stardeus for today, guys. We'll pick up some more of this again next time. Do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. But maybe we close the door during a zombie apocalypse, Cinnamon, huh? It's just basic security technique. If the door is closed, Cinnamon, the zombies are going to have to work harder to get in. What you've done is put up a big sign on the top of your roof here that says, "Hey zombies, this way for food." Alright, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to beat him to death with a baguette, which is less effective than you might commonly think it would be. I have created epic fruitcake. Those words have never been uttered in the entirety of human history. That sentence has never come together. I have made epic fruitcake.